Hello, everyone. Today we are going to be talking about Contact Center and Salesforce and how we can integrate the two to better help your customers and your agents. So let's dive right in. Again, we're going to be talking about the power of Contact Center when we integrate with Salesforce. So I am going to dive right in and I will show you how it works with an agent tied in with Salesforce. So the use case I'm going to use first is just a very simple screen pop and information for the agent. So I'm going to call into the IVR and it immediately recognizes my name because it looks that up in Salesforce. I'm going to say I do not have a case ID. We'll go over that here in a minute, and I'm just going to hit that. All right. So again, it gleaned my data from a caller ID lookup into Salesforce. It determined my name. It spoke back my name, and it said that it was going to get me an agent. So as an agent, I'm going to go available. You'll notice right away that we do have that screen pop. We've also got information, again, from Salesforce on our screen. So let me go ahead and answer it.
Conversation.
All right, so Salesforce screen pop on the background here. Go ahead and bring that up. You'll see that it popped that contact and allows me to see that contact as well. And then also within my agent screen, I've also got some information as well. So this caller name here is actually pulled from Salesforce, presented to the agent. Also, you'll see there was no ticket selected. That means as a caller, I did not select the ticket as well. Also, from here, if there was no match within Salesforce, we could be presented with a screen in Salesforce that would allow us to create a contact account or lead. And then a record of that call is then written to the Salesforce contact as well. If it also matches an account, it's also the call record is also added to the account. Go ahead and end that call. Now, the next scenario I'm going to talk about is entering a ticket ID in Salesforce and then popping that ticket ID. So what the IVR is going to do is to actually ask me for a ticket ID, and then it will pop that ticket ID instead of the contact. What this is doing is, again, it's going to Salesforce, looking up that contact that I enter as a caller, and then popping that contact. And then also it's telling me a little bit about that record in Salesforce as well. So I'll go ahead and, again, this time I'm going to say, yes, I have a case ID.
That's great. Please enter.
And I'm going to go ahead and enter my case number.
We'll get you.
Okay. If you notice that, again, it spoke back the ticket number I'd entered. It also actually talked back data that the contact center got from Salesforce as well, the status of the ticket, right? So by itself, of course, contact center would not have any idea what the status of that ticket was. So through APIs, it got that information from Salesforce and then spoke it back to the caller. And I'm going to go ahead and go available as an agent. And now, again, not only does it pop the ticket, as you'll see here shortly, there we go. But also, as I answer it, I even have more information now. All right. So not only do I have the name from Salesforce of the person calling, but I also have the ticket ID that caller entered, the status of the ticket in there, again, from Salesforce, and then the subject of the ticket. And you'll notice up here on the Salesforce screen as well. And then, of course, in the case in Salesforce, we, of course, can write that phone record down there, and we can even put a link into the recording in Contact Center. So all of that, again, with the API integration of Salesforce. Another thing to note is that, again, we can also use it as self-service for the callers. For example, let me go ahead and bring up a slide that kind of shows how we can do this. Again, without an agent, we can get data from Salesforce and then speak that back to the caller for self-service options. So anything we can pull from Salesforce via their API, we can speak it back to the caller. We can also route calls based on Salesforce data. So that caller comes in, the Salesforce does a number lookup in Salesforce. If it finds that number, it can then route that call to an appropriate person, maybe the owner of the account, the salesperson assigned to the account, etc. So again, we can use that Salesforce data for routing calls as well. All righty. I hope you learned a little bit about the ways we can integrate with Salesforce. Of course, I've given you just a few examples. One of the beauties of the API integration with the Contact Center and Salesforce is the fact that we can do it based on APIs. Salesforce exposes pretty much everything through APIs, and we can use that in our contact center, and we can assist that caller and the agent as well. If you have any questions, make sure and ask your salespeople, and have a great day.